All right, so here's a little typing test. Can you see if this guy has masculine SE as a demon?
Okay.
Okay, so just you're gonna check for masculine
I'm very
SE.
primed.
Ready?
Okay, ready. This is my life. Where's the printer?
Automotive manufacturing in particular, think of something like Toyota. Great quality, awesome quality, great reliability. And how do they do that?
This is NI, and just shitting on SE.
Here's what we got. It stands for plan, do, check, act. And what happens is if you've got something you're working on, you want to get better at, you sit down, you make a plan. How am I going to attack this? How am I going to improve this situation? How am I going to execute this job? Whatever it is. And then you go out and you do it, and you follow that plan. And then after you're done that, you go back and you check. How did it go? Did I get the results I thought I was going to get? What did I learn? What surprises occurred? What creative things, popped out that I didn't plan for? And did I even follow the plan? Was it a good plan? So I check. How did it go? And then I come up here to this thing called act, and I say, okay, it went exactly as planned. That never happens. But if it did, you say, okay, I'm done. It'll work. But what plan, do, check, act is, I come to this act stage, I either spin off, I'm done, or I say, no, I didn't quite get what I wanted. I got to go back again and do this PDCA again.
Okay, hold on. I have to talk about this fucking thing. Where the hell is it? This goddamn thing. Like, who the hell? I made a fucking puppet. Like, how much time did he spend making that? Oh, no. This is serious, guys. I have to make a hand puppet moving thingy with the rulers.
I gotta show you the NI concept, and I'll just slap out the SE.
Right.
And so let's say this is your starting point, wherever you are with, and so now I get going. So now I start to execute through that cycle. So what I do first, well, of course, I do my plan, then I start doing the actual work. Okay, I've got a really good plan in place. I start executing on that plan. I'm doing the do part, and I get done, and now I get into the check part.
Like, are we taking the analogy too literally?
So much. Like, as the audience, I'm like, yeah, I got the plan, act, do, fuck thing in like seconds. What's your examples? Like, where are the examples of how to actually use this in reality?
You need more on the theory. Remember, we all want to be INTJs.
Now, hopefully I've learned a whole bunch, and I lock myself in up here at a new level. So this is going to be tricky here. Now I'm locked in at the new level. So
I like the cut. Yeah. How many times did that fuck off?
Yeah, the 8 hours later. 1 eternity later. Gets the fucking nail. Let me just bang this in. I'll take my hammer and hit this friction stick.
So now I say to myself, I got to do another cycle. I got to go through another iterative process. I need to replan. I need to do and then check and act again. So let's do another cycle of PDCA here.
A few inches later.
Put her in.
He's got the same jokes. It's the same guy. They got the same fucking jokes. There you go. It just goes on and on.
Oh my god. There's been different sizes. Okay, so this is a good example. Yes, the PDA, amazing. But like, really also good example of taking the analogy too far. Cool. I get it. I got the concept in like 5 fucking seconds. Yes, you're going to have to go through these 4 different things. How does that apply to me? How am I going to use that in reality? Oh, by the way, this is when you are doing things like going to school, going to work, with your relationships. Like, this is how you would do it there. This is how you would do it there. This is how you would do it there. I don't need any help knowing the analogy more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, totally. Like.
The newest entry in the Call of Duty video game series, Modern Warfare 2, is being praised for its ultra-realistic gaming experience. Yet developers are already putting the finishing touches on Modern Warfare 3, which they say will be the most true-to-life military game ever created, with the majority of gameplay spent hauling equipment and filling out paperwork. Onion News Network Tech Trends reporter Jeff Tate has more.
Players take on the role of Private Keyshawn Lewis, a 19-year-old from Clayton, Missouri, who is thrust onto the front lines after the car dealership where he works closes. Gamers will stand guard outside a photorealistic warehouse for hours, dig 10-foot deep holes in the immaculately rendered sand, and sit around complaining about how bad the cell phone reception is.
Man, I get no service out here. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
When you're playing the game, you are a U.S. Army private. You're going to do things like avoiding cleaning the mess hall, waiting for the undershirts your mom said she sent you 3 months ago. The beta testers I spoke with were impressed with the game's realism.
You have to drive the supply truck from this village to some other village,
And then once you get there, they say the order was messed up, so you drive all the way back.
In the final levels, Keyshawn returns home, and there's even more excitement. Players are approached by waves of people asking how hot it was and how many people they killed.
You have to face down a college student who keeps asking you if it was like Black Hawk Down.
And developers are also creating bonus downloadable missions like Redeployment Germany, where players repair Humvees for 10 hours a day. For the Onion News Network, I'm Jeff Tate.
Thanks, Jeff.